what was the most challenging part about like starting your business and running it? Like, what would you say was like the most
Yeah,
challenging part?
been all about challenges, bro. It's been all about challenges, but I would divide the challenges in three, or maybe let's say the two sides. One was to start the business as a student that doesn't have enough funds, enough capital to actually start the business. That's one thing for sure. And the second thing was to actually run the business while studying at the same time because I had full-time studies. And
Yeah.
these were not online studies. These were not part-time studies. These were full-time studies because I was I was on a government scholarship anyway.
Yeah.
So I just didn't want to lose that scholarship to just run into a business that just started.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, you know what? It's gonna be a crazy time, day and night kind of hustle, but I'm going to try to make it. I'm going to try to make the two things run at the same time, which was really crazy, bro. It was
Yeah.
really crazy because I had to attend to class and I had to do the business. I had to attend to the clients that need the products, and I had to visit some clients like in a different city. So I had to manage everything in my schedule, in my timetable, and fix some different things in different places.
Yeah.
And that's when the right partner comes in because the partner helps you when you're not there. I could be like, hey, I have an exam, so can you please fix this on my side? And he could run and meet the clients, and
Yeah.
so it was more of a combined, and I had a very supportive school because the practical business started when I was joining my masters because I actually studied international business management in my masters. So so the university, which is the probably one of the actually it is the best business school in Poland and one of the best in Central Europe. The kind of the dean at the school actually kind of supported my idea of doing a business while studying international business because
Yeah.
this was actually the practical part of what I was studying in the theory. So he was like, hey, if you need any kind of help, if you need to fly to your country to actually fix some stuff on the ground, you can always go and you can do the exams later.
Yeah.
So they were kind of supportive. They had a beautiful group of colleagues and classmates that could help me do my presentations later in the day and maybe submit them later.
Yeah.
So but I do believe this was just because they could see that I'm really pushing, and this is what I was saying. The energy, the bigger the energy you have in doing some business, it's very contagious to anyone. It
Yeah.
doesn't need to be someone in your family. It can be anyone, the dean, the classmates, the right partners.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and this is something that you cannot write. Someone needs to feel that you really want to do something, and they can be supportive.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's something that you have inside you. So and it, that's why it's really necessary to do something that you really love
Yeah.
because something that you love is that's the only thing that actually can bring the energy that is contagious to others to help you.
Yeah.
So it was quite challenging, though I had this kind of support from different friends. But it was quite challenging to make it because I had the masters in 2 years. In Poland, you have bachelor studies in 3 years, and then you have masters 2 years, so it's combined 5 years.
Yeah.
So it was challenging to meet all these kind of expectations, and you make it on time.
Yeah.
You would then sometimes have to go to Rwanda to check these bigger
Yeah. Yeah.
volumes of shipments and
Yeah.
but we worked well, and I think it's something that gave me a beautiful experience, and it feels like I can do anything because this was the hardest situation. Now it's more relaxed. I can actually take in more businesses and run more businesses because I have the experience of this being more patient and pushing different things at the same time. So it's at the end of the day, if you actually pass through this successfully,
Yeah.
it gives you this kind of experience that is priceless.
Yeah.
that you can use in the rest of your lifetime project and stuff.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah, you really took a lot of bold moves,
yeah,
and you had to overcome a lot of challenges. And congratulations for what you have achieved so far. I'm glad that your business is going well, and you're also now doing it full time. So you
yeah.
have more
Thank you so
chances
much.
of scaling
Yeah,
and having
yeah,
a greater impact that you want to have.
yeah,
Yeah. So okay, so all these things happened, and then you came back home, and then you're basically trying to scale your business and get more clients. Uh, and then COVID-19 happened. So how did it impact your business and your clients?
yeah. Thank you. Well, regarding the COVID-19, case, I think this is a situation that actually impacted everyone anywhere in the world at the same time. Actually, it almost
Yeah.
happened at the same time. It was more like a simultaneous kind of.
Yeah.
And this is the worst. This is the worst that could happen because if something happens at the same time, almost in different places,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's really crazy to manage. So we
Yeah.
saw many cafes, restaurants shutting down, and these were also our primary targets, well, clients. You know, so
Yeah.
if a cafe is gonna shut down, so you're not gonna write an email and say, "Hey, do you still want to buy a coffee?" So, you know, because it makes sense that
They're
it
not
makes sense
open.
that of course, yeah, they're not
Yeah.
open and they won't buy a coffee because
Yeah.
they have no one to serve this. So
Yeah.
it was kind of scary, and the future was not very clear of what's going to happen next, if it's going to stay closed for all this time, and all these kind of thoughts and issues and cases. So well, that's one side. Yeah, putting you into a state of not knowing what's going to happen next,
Yeah.
and it was really quite a big mess in this kind of side. But we
Yeah.
we also had issues. We also had issues with regards to shipments because
Yeah.
flights were cancelled, borders were closed. Well, you could ship something on land by containers, yes, and also the cargo was actually working, but it was working on a very, very, very slow pace.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it means if someone wanted to order his coffee, if it was supposed to take 1 month, it would take 2 months.
Yeah.
So so explaining to your client that it's gonna take 2 months to actually deliver, it's also was a big case. But the most important thing, like I said, it happened at the same time
Yeah.
in all places. So with regards to the effects after that, the logistics issues and related, any client could understand that we're in a situation of the COVID-19, and he should understand that it's going to take much longer time to have his products delivered.
Yeah.
And he would understand, to have the cost of the product a bit increased because now, people are working in small number of groups, and the farmers, you know, uh, so what was working in kind of full scale during the COVID-19 was more half scale, or maybe
Yeah.
even less than that. So this impacted the logistics time, the cost of the product, and all related. So the most interesting thing is that the food sector, which actually we are working in,
Yeah.
was not that much impacted because
Yeah.
that's the beauty of the food sector. It's just simple because people still need to eat
Yeah.
anywhere,
Absolutely.
anywhere, anytime. Locked or not locked, you still need to drink your coffee sometime at home.
Yeah.
So